This might give you an idea. Kind of go around the edge of it here. I just start my line. And just work it till I start to see white. Once I see white, I keep going. Now you can finish this off with sandpaper, but I think the adhesion is going to be good with this epoxy. I'm not going to worry about little tiny pieces of paint that are here and there. Anyways, it works for me, might not work for you. It's your choice. This might give you an idea of how thick this paint is, which is what I experienced on the bottom of that fuselage. This wing with this wire wheel, this is taking forever with a wire wheel, for goodness sakes. I'll probably go over it with the wire wheel and then block sand it with the flat sander, but turn this on. That paint is thick. But if you go over it with the Dremel, then take your block sander, you can see just how thick that stuff is. One thing I don't like about the block sander is how much it leaves on there as a residue. Where this wire wheel, brass wheel, actually just kind of, it gets rid of all that crap. See how much whiter it gets. I don't have all the paint residue. But I'll get this all down to white and then block sand it and then probably go over it with the wire wheel one more time just to get the residue out of it. Might even try a tack cloth, see if that gets it out, so I get better adhesion with the epoxy. Now another simple little modification I did to the aircraft, but I liked it a lot better. Well, one of the things is on the Banana Hobbies tips, it actually shows to cut out those plastic pieces that cover your speed controls, and you can see them are thick, and now with those cut off, that's glued back on, it's going to get a lot better cooling. One thing I didn't like is the wiring going through the Bombay, and I just figured it looked cheesy, and it's a simple thing to fix. I haven't got this glued in yet. Pull this out. All I did on the bottom is put a slice in here for the wire, put the wire in, tape over it, and then I ran another cut here to the compartment where all your wiring goes down into here. As far as where the servo is, I'll zoom in on that a little. I cut a slot on the side so the servo wire and that light wire can fit in, come out the front, and go down through the rest of the stuff. Another thing I noticed is on the Banana Hobbies video, they show that you've got it sanded right up to the edge. And I just glued the top on. He's also telling you to glue the top and the bottom pieces. The marks that it tells you to put on, that's real nice to do. But I just sanded this much of it on both sides, and I only glued one piece and put that on there. And I've already been tugging on this and it does not budge. So when I put this cap on for the Bombay and secure it down, I'm also just going to put the glue on this half, not on here. That way when I slide it down, the glue doesn't push up into the areas I don't want and squish out the sides. But once this goes on, between that and the bottom and the top sandwiching it, that wing is going nowhere. So I've gotten this far with it. I haven't had to flip it over on its belly because this had a real nice snug fit to it when I got the aircraft. So I didn't, in his video he shows a big gap on his. This one did not have it. So I tried doing it without flipping the aircraft over. I've got the tail on the arm of a cushion, and this just laying on a support underneath, and it came out. This is a nice snug fit. This is going to go down here just perfect with I test fitted it, no gap. This section of video I was going to do showing the retracts. I don't know if you can hear the buzzing, but that buzzing's pulling about, what's the amp meter show? 0.01 amp. That's what we got here. 0.1 amp, I'm sorry. And these retracts do use a little power. 0.15 to open the doors. 0.3 while extending, and 0.61 at the stops. So plan on a big battery pack for these. I've also still got some buzzing here and there, so I'll probably have to do some adjustments on these gear door servos, see if I can get rid of that so it doesn't drain batteries, because currently I'm drawing, well, with the gear up it's only 0.05 amp. Gear going down, 0.26, and peaked out at 0.63 amps. And I'll actually unplug it, plug it back in, get a clean reading. There we go. See if we can get that to focus. And here goes the gear door. And we'll shut them. That'll give you an idea of what kind of power those retracts use.